So we have come to BIBURY. I hope I'm saying that right. I had to check with another video that I was saying it correctly, because I've been to places before and mispronounced, and the locals are not happy, understandably of course. But we've come to BIBURY today, which is a beautiful little Cotswoldian village that a lot of people refer to as the most beautiful village in the UK. And I can see why. It's very Cotswoldian. All the buildings look the same sort of colour. I don't know if it's like limestone or sandstone or Cotswold stone, possibly. That would make most sense, that one. It's been in a load of TV shows and movies as well, apparently. It was in the movie Stardust, which I've not seen, but it was in that, and apparently it was in Bridget Jones as well, which I have seen. I don't remember this being in it, but apparently it was. If you come here, there is free parking everywhere, and if you come here in a non-sort of pandemic time, there is a really lovely pub just over there that we'll show you in a bit, that I've actually been to for a wedding reception. Bar's very expensive, mind. It was like 50 quid for a round of 4 drinks. The most famous bit of BIBURY, however, is a row of houses that look very picturesque. We're actually just coming up to them now. They're just over here, and they're called Arlington Row. It's a very, very popular spot for that sort of perfect Instagram shot, which I will try and get while I'm here as well. But anyway, let's go and have a look. This is Arlington Row, and this is BIBURY. Here you go, as you can see behind me, this is Arlington Row, world famous for being one of the most beautiful streets in the world. And right now we've got the whole thing to ourselves. There are a lot of tourists sort of floating around, and there's actually a car coming. I'm stood right in the middle of the road. It is beautiful. If you can come here on a day like this right here, this is what the Cotswolds is all about. And you're definitely going to get a good Instagram photo here. You might need to spend a little while and wait for a good moment when there's no tourists around. And the best thing about this is you've got the row of houses here, which are obviously very famous. And then when you turn around here, it's just beautiful open countryside. We chose a really good day today. This is like the first, you know, when it's the year happens and there's winter, February goes, and then March it starts to get just sort of cloudy but a little bit warmer, and then there's always a good day at the end of March, start of April. Today is that day. We've come out on that day when the sun has shown its face. We have got a little meal deal in the bag as well for lunch, because it was shopping day today, so I didn't have time to make anything. But we're going to sit somewhere in a minute, have a little meal deal, enjoy the view, enjoy the sunshine, and just enjoy a nice day out. It's just nice to get out of Gloucester and be somewhere a little bit different for the day. Now, it's very important to remember though, if you are coming here to BIBURY or to Arlington Row, make sure you respect the area, because people do live here. It's a tourist trap, but it's not like Big Ben. You know, nobody lives in Big Ben, but people do live in these houses here and do their day-to-day lives here. So it's very important when you're here, make sure you respect that. You know, if there's a rope, don't go under it. If there's a fence, don't jump over it. That kind of thing. Just thought that was important to mention, because I know you're going to want to come and explore, but it's important to respect the locals always. That was the guy. We've just seen this. This is here. It's like a National Trust information sign, and it says, there you go. It's answered a lot of questions here. So the buildings here are made of Cotswold stone, and the village of BIBURY was once described by William Morris as the most beautiful village in England. So it was William Morris who said it, and he's probably not wrong, to be fair. It is stunning here, really nice. The water behind me looks almost green. It's like an emerald green colour. See that? Beautiful. But these plaques are everywhere. It seems like there are like walks that you can do, and as you can see just up through here, you can see all the cars. Ours is up there somewhere, so you can park for free here. And and Joe has also spotted this, which I'll try and zoom in and show you. I feel like you don't see caterpillars very often these days, Joe. No. A bit rarer, but there's one there. It's a lovely sound. One of the most beautiful noises.
You know at Fort Park with the rapids?
I do.
That sound.
Is that what it reminds you of? This noise here that you can hear, that reminds Joe of Fort Park. All places. Rapids. Of the rapids at Thorpe Park. Right, Joe, we've got a choice. We can go see the church that way, 340 yards, or the toilets that way, 60 yards. Should we go for the church? So we've come away from the main sort of touristy area where Arlington Row is, and we're walking now towards there's a church. It said it was about 300 yards this way, so we're going to go and have a look at that. Oh, there's a lovely little village notice board there. I love the colour of the buildings. It's so quaint and quiet. There's a bit of roadworks going on today, which gives a bit of noise, but it's just a lovely place. I can imagine retiring here, you know what I mean? I feel like this is the sort of place where I'd like to retire one day if I ever get the option to retire. Then again, I imagine the houses around here, I imagine they're expensive. I did see online actually that one of the buildings in Arlington Row, one of the houses, is actually available to Airbnb. So if you wanted to come here and actually stay in a tourist attraction, you can try and get that one on Airbnb, although I imagine it's very, very popular. I don't know if you can hear that noise. There's a school nearby and there's loads of kids playing. Nothing to me says English village like Cotswold stone buildings, children playing in the schoolyard, and a nice sunny quiet churchyard. That to me, that is a Cotswoldian village in a nutshell. But you'd also want yourself a nice like pub with a nice local ale, you know, which we can't have today, sadly, but we will, maybe on a future video, come back. Should we go up there? Have a look. We're just having an explore really today. We don't know this area particularly well. It's not far from where we live. We thought we would just come and have a bit of an explore, show you what there is to do in the area, or see. There's not a lot to do at the moment because of COVID, but there's plenty to see. And actually some of the, I showed you at the start of the video, was it a trout farm, Joe? Yeah. There's a trout farm here in BIBURY as well, where you can go in and see the trouts being farmed, I guess. I don't really know how that works. I'd like to go and have a look actually. But we didn't do that today. We're only here for a couple of hours because we've both got to go back. Joe's got some work to do and I have an essay to write. But thankfully, living in Gloucester, we have access to places like this very easily. And actually we were saying on the way over, just to get out of Gloucester for a little bit, out of the city, bit of headspace, bit of time to breathe, it's worth it, isn't it? We're gonna sit and have some lunch in a minute as well. We brought ourselves an M&S meal deal. I'm not a Tory, but oh, there you go. There's another Cotswoldian sound. The church bells are ringing. I think the ducks think that we've got bread. And we do kind of have bread. We have a chicken and bacon wrap, but I don't want to share. I think we'll find a space now and go and have some lunch. We've just been pottering around, by the way. Like, I think there's probably trails and stuff that go off into the woods and different places, but we haven't looked for them because we've just been looking at all the beautiful buildings and the great outdoors. It's a lovely spot. You could just look at the buildings forever. There's so much to look at. We're back by the car now, but we are going to keep walking and keep exploring. Our car is the most shiny.
Yeah.
When you look at all of that, you've got black, dull sort of white boxy thing, grey thing, blue. That's us. We've spotted this. It's like the equivalent of the Lovelock Bridge in Paris, but the BIBURY version. There's one there, and there's a rusty old one there. So anything the Seine River in Paris can do, a small stream running through BIBURY can do better.
Yeah, but they've got rid of that now.
That's true, the one in Paris is gone now. Can't go there anymore because it was making the bridge structurally unsound, so they had to remove it. But I think people keep putting them back there anyway, though, to be fair. Anyway, everyone, I hope you're having a good day, whatever it is you're up to. Now that restrictions have loosened a little bit, we can do things like get haircuts, which obviously I have done. It was much needed. You guys know it was too long. And now we can meet up outdoors as well with people that we know and love. Nice to be out and about again. And yeah, I just hope you... Oh, there's a pheasant. I'm going to see if I can get a shot of this pheasant before he flies away. Can you see the pheasant? There he is. Sitting down now for a little bit of lunch. We found a bench, but look at this. This has got to be the closest bench to Arlington Row, which is just there. If you want to sit and have lunch near a tourist attraction in the Cotswolds, this right here, this is your bench. Not really going to video lunch because I want to sit and eat it, but I've gone for, I love a meal deal. Normally a Tesco meal deal will suffice, but I really fancied this chicken and bacon wrap from M&S. Caesar salad, chicken and bacon wrap from M&S in the meal deal. So I've gone for one of those. Got some roast chicken, Walker's crisp as well. Underrated I feel as a Walker's flavour. And they didn't have any normal water, Joe. That's why I went for this. Still water, peach and raspberry, M&S obviously as well. But it's good. It's, you know, it's a classier version of the Tesco meal deal, but sometimes I feel like the Tesco meal deal is better. Oh. You know, yeah, just a bit of cheap and cheerful. That's what I like.
All right.
But I was particularly in the mood for this actual wrap today, so I'm going to sit here next to a national treasure and have my lunch. Then I need to get a good thumbnail, because you can't come all the way here and not get a good thumbnail. That's very important. Okay, so we're pretty much back at the car now. We're gonna head home back to Gloucester. It's been a lovely day visiting BIBURY just for a couple of hours. It's beautiful here, by the way, but what I would say as well, it's not the only place in the Cotswolds that's really nice. Me and Joe were saying, I don't think this is any better here than Stow on the Wold. It's one of my favourite places. Or possibly, what's the other one, Joe? Bourton on the Water, that's another really nice one. So there's plenty of places to explore when you're here in the Cotswolds, but we're back at the car, got the keys. There you go, Joe, be very careful because I've got the camera on top of the car. Anyway, we're back at the car now, guys. I'm going to leave it there, we'll take it home and have a little wrap up back at home. See you there. There we go, guys. I'm home. This is more like the norm for me, though. It's nice to go traveling, it's nice to go and see different places, but my work has to be done. I'm editing, as you've seen, and I've also got an essay to write. I didn't manage to crack on with it today as hoped, which isn't good because it's due very, very soon. So I need to crack on with that at some stage. I'll probably do that tomorrow now. I've got plenty, to be fair, I've got plenty of time. I've got quite a few days, so I'll get it done eventually. If you enjoyed this video, do let me know in the comments below and give it a thumbs up as well, because I make lots of different types of content. I particularly enjoy going around and seeing different places, and with the restrictions lifting with COVID and whatnot going away a little more now, hopefully, fingers crossed, it means we can get out and do a few more of these types of videos. So let me know what you guys like, what you're enjoying, and I'll see you really soon for another video. Take care, bye-bye.